Dust from a car. Old tractor, 3-cylinder. Ingersollrand. Interesting, huh? Go to the general store here real quick. Okay, decided to do a daylight version of the Mystic Trail, Mystic Dunes. I think it's going to be interesting, so I can get some daylight pictures, photos, videos, and recordings, and then we'll go. I'll do a nighttime sunrise. Everybody takes a picture of this, but at the moment I'm no different. Hello world, hello future self. Looking at our big blue marble here. We're going to zoom down into California, United States, see Hawaii over here on the left. And we're going to end up in Death Valley. Oh, it pops up already. Death Valley National Park. East of the Sierra Nevada mountain range here on the left, Sequoia National Park, Kings Canyon. North of the Mojave Desert here. North of Los Angeles, east of Bakersfield. Here's Edwards and Barstow, the high desert area here. So we're going to talk about the Mystic Dunes. And this is an interesting area. So discuss it in the brief, but the prevailing winds come from either the south or the north. And what it does is it keeps the dunes into about the center part here. If the winds were just coming from the north, the sand would have moved down to the bottom here, to the south. If it was the opposite, of course, the sand would move to the top. But for some reason, the prevailing winds keep the dunes right here in the middle here. And of course, all the sand comes from the mountains here through these alluvial fans. You can see these alluvial fans right here. Ooh, here's a big guy right here, a big alluvial fan coming down. And of course, this one here. So it's just a little bit east of Stovepipe Wells, which is a little resort cabin area. You can see that the dunes are starting to form here. Mesquite Flat Sand Dunes. This trail here is there's no marked trails, but this one here is from All Trails. It kind of guides you to the peak here, which the peak is right about here. And that's where we'll end up today. So let me tilt it a little here. We're looking north. Short hike, 2 miles maybe. Gonna spin it around a little bit. Gonna kind of see where we're going here. You go up and down. Again, you can wander wherever you want here. Just make sure you know where to get back. But this one here is a digital mark, I guess you could say, a digital trail that leads you all the way up here. You can see that it climbs all the way to the top here and to this high point. Beautiful views from this high point. Here you can see this high point from all directions, from the southern road, the eastern side of the road, etc. As you come into the Death Valley, you'll see it. All right, so that is our terrain brief. Okay, need to figure out what these trees are. Bushes. Oops, go slower. Big mound of roots, huh? I find that interesting. Started filming and I usually only do 30-second clips to see if I can make it up here within 30 seconds. A little sandy here. Heading out to that highest point back there, straight ahead. 30 seconds. Woo! Let's do one more sand dune. Looks like it's bigger. I guess I should have said taller rather than bigger. Okay. Getting higher. Okay, a short hike to the Mesquite Dunes here, 0.5. We're heading out to the peak. Again, 0.5 from the main road. I don't know if you can see the car moving, but yeah. Cool. Just to give us a little perspective here. Look at that. That's the dots are sitting people up there. And we're heading that direction. So I was just at about 3 feet ago, 0 feet elevation, sea level, sorry. 0 at sea level right here as I pan around slowly. Still got to go up to the top here, up this little mountain there, up and around to this location where all those people are. We are going to talk about Mesquite. I called it Mystic. Mesquite Flat Sand Dune here in Death Valley is one of the most popular and accessible dune field in Death Valley. Wow, 14 square meters. It's near Stovepipe Wells, which is the little camping RV area and lodge area. It's also renowned for, wow, they actually put this, for its diverse dune formation, cinematic history as a Star Wars filming location, and dramatic light at sunrise and sunset. Okay, it's along Highway 190. Hiking here. The distance is it's about 2 miles to the summit. It is considered moderate because you have to walk through loose sand here and heat, of course. Don't come out here in the summer, at least I don't think. Well, I may try it just to try. It's only a mile. In the summertime, that is, 120 degrees. Best time to visit, sunrise, sunsets. And I also heard that it's good to come out at night when it's full moon, so you can get a little light. Let's see the dune type. Here we go. There are crescent, linear, and star-shaped. There is sandboarding that you can sandboarding and sledding are permitted. So I did see a lot of the sledding marks as I was walking out towards the high point. So if you want to do what's called sand sledding, there you go. It is also the desert of Tatooine from scenes from R2-D2 and Star Wars: A New Hope and C-3PO. I'll do a quick clip at the end. Let's see here. Yes, extreme heat. Whoa, the surface can exceed 200 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer, 93 Celsius. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I guess if it's 120, wow, the sand must really radiate that heat. Here's some wildlife. You have to watch out for rattlesnakes. There are rattlesnakes out there, and they do warn you. Again, there's no real hike, no real trail. You just kind of go out there, but you do need to have a good bearings of where you come from. You can pretty much see the parking lot as you work your way out. All right, how did this form? The Mesquite Flat Dunes through a specific combination of sand supply, wind energy, and geographic barriers. The wind energy comes from through the geographic barriers that hold the sand in the center of the valley. Okay, and it does say that, that's Cottonwood Mountains is what they're called. I was trying to figure out the name. It wouldn't show on Google Earth. Quartz and feldspar, fine grains. As I said, the end, here it is, trapping, the barrier, natural obstacles. As wind travels through the valley, it is slowed by the massive mountains, Tucky Mountains, to the south. Accumulation, when the wind speed drops, it can no longer carry its heavy cargo of sand, causing the grains to fall and pile up in the Mesquite Flat area. Interesting. Can you visualize all that sand flying around and then just somehow ends up right in the middle there? The elevation gain, 185 feet. Woo! From the parking area to that top. Native American and Mesquite Dunes. Of course, this area is the ancestral homelands of the Timbisha Shoshone Native Americans, and they've been part of this area for thousands of years, for a millennium. And the role of the mesquite trees. Now, apparently there's honey mesquite trees that grow in the area, and they would take the beans from the mesquite tree and grind them up, and they said it was a flour. That's right. It makes a flour out of it. Okay, so that's why it's called Mesquite Flat Dunes. I didn't see a mesquite tree. I guess I wasn't looking out for it, but they should be there. All right, this is what a mesquite looks like. Mesquite tree. I've always wondered what these look like because I've seen them everywhere, but I could never put a name to it. So here they are, and here are the little pods. Let me see if I can get a decent picture one here. Let's try that one. Yeah, so the mesquite tree and mesquite pods. Nice. Let's see. There are also additional plants that I wanted to. Those bushes that are out there, or the shrubs, they're called the creosote bush, and they're all over. They're dotted along the sand dunes there. I couldn't see the other ones, but I do know that the creosote ones were there, and I did have a clip on it. Oh, here it is. See if I can get a good desert view one. Yeah. So they just kind of sit out there, growing in clumps, and they do have these little yellow flowers, and they create a smell in the desert. I forgot what I was doing. I was driving out of the valley on my way to back to California real quick, and there was a smell that I stopped. I stopped and I wanted to take some night pictures, and I could smell it all through the valley. I was like, what is that peculiar smell? So we'll call it the Death Valley aroma. And some of the animals there was lizard tracks, of course, all over. I didn't see a sidewinder rattlesnake, but I did not see any kit foxes, but or little mammals there, the mice. I guess kangaroo rats is what they're called. But I did see a lot of tracks from the fringe-toed lizard. I wouldn't want to run into those sidewinders. Those guys look scary. Look at this. Yikes. Let me see. Oh, this one's probably scarier. They're not as big. The image, that is. Okay. The fringe-toed, this lizard. I saw their tracks. All right. And we can end with Star Wars. Those of you from this generation, Star Wars was filmed out in the Dune area, where R2-D2 and C-3PO were filmed in the Dune area, as well as other locations in the park. So we'll do a real quick. If you can notice here, maybe from the video, but this is looking east from the sand dune area. And you have C-3PO finding his way. This is Tatooine, Mystic. I keep calling it Mystic, but it's Mesquite Flat Sand Dunes. There you go. I didn't think I could get this, but you can see the tracks there. It is maybe a lizard of some sort walking across, but we are way up here. Saw an ant, so maybe they eat the ants, right? And then he goes off into the sand, because we are way up here. Okay, getting ready to head down. See this. And talked to them for a little bit. The guy in the white hat knew the area pretty well. As I go up and down the dunes here, you can see the little water basins there that accumulates. Working my way over to the right there. I don't know if you can see Mystic Trail back way off in the distance. The dust from a car. So on my way back, let's see, we are at 1.7, almost 1.7 miles total from the Mystic Dunes. See the guys up there. And then just work my way around to the right here, up and around. Really neat. It's interesting. This was a busier little area, just 2 miles, 1 mile up and back to the peak way off in the distance there. I'll put an arrow on it. Okay, good day. Did about 6 miles today, not bad. Okay, since the dunes were so inspirational for me, it was interesting. I'll take a view from the, I guess more of a east-northeast.
As we get the closing bells here in New York, it is going to be red across the screen for most of the major indices here in the U.S. and some key technical